Alrighty, before we begin the video, I know this is not an Animal Jam video and it's feral, but if you are one of my Animal Jam viewers who know about my plushie giveaway that started on May 24th on my previous video, go enter that if you can. It's for non-members, since I know non-members can't purchase from my shop on Friday, so just go take care of that as soon as you can. Members are free to enter as well, but I also want non-members to have a chance, since they don't have a chance at all purchasing from the shop, so it's gotta be fair. Okay, let's get to the topic of the video. So I'm making this video because I'm pretty sure everyone agrees at this point that young children should not be joining feral. If you are under 13, you should not be making a feral account. And I'm going to explain why. I'm not just going to sit here and say it's 13 plus without giving reasoning, because there is solid reasoning why you should not. And if you are one of those kids who are doing it underage, you're making a very stupid choice, I'm sorry to say. Now, do not take this as me being a nagging parent. I'm not your parent. I don't control what you do. If your parents allow you to play it, that's not my issue. I'm just advising why it's really not safe to do it. I'm not ordering you to not join. I'm just telling you, there are lots of things that could happen if you join feral under the age of 13. Number 1, the COPO Law. You cannot join feral under age 13 because of the COPO Law. The COPO Law, or otherwise known as the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, states that children under the age of 13 cannot have information collected from them. And on feral, you're free to share information. You're free to share your Instagram, your YouTube accounts, any personal info basically, because there's not that much restriction on feral's chat. So it's not safe, number 1. It just doesn't obey the law, the COPO Law, if you join under the age of 13. I know by now you're probably thinking, ugh, it's always back to COPPA, freaking COPPA, I hate that COPPA law. Well, yes, I'm sorry, but the law exists, the COPPA law exists, and we have to adapt to that. I mean, YouTubers hate it, kids hate it, pretty much everyone hates it, because it's basically the big parenting law. Since parents don't really care what their children are doing online, the COPPA law has to exist. Otherwise, creeps get away with what they do. It has to exist. It's there for a reason. Otherwise, the creeps that steal your information, the people that are out there doing shady things, they get away with it if the COPPA law doesn't exist. So it has to exist. And number 2, there are teens and adults who play, who are going to expose young children to things that they should not be exposed to at a young age. If you're literally 10 years old, go play Animal Crossing or some family-friendly or kid-friendly game, or Animal Jam. But if you don't like Animal Jam, just play something else. Not a game for 13 plus, because it has adults and teens on it. You can't be certain they're all decent adults and teens. That's why they play it. I mean, they don't have to worry about being kid-friendly because it's feral. It's not designed for little kids. So if you're under the age of 13 and you join and you're exposed to a bunch of creeps on there, they're not gonna know. They're not gonna know you're a young kid. They're gonna assume that everyone on there is a teen or an adult. You know, it's not fair for us teens and adults to have to step on eggshells on feral when we already deal with enough of that on Animal Jam. On feral, we think, or at least have a false sense of security that kids aren't playing and we can say and do what we want on there. But, no, with all these kids joining underage, that's gonna be a problem. Let's say they lie about their age. Let's say that in real life, they're a 10-year-old kid and they say they're 16 years old. And some adult on there says something that the kid should not be exposed to. What does that mean right there? What happens then? The adult gets in trouble for something that wasn't their fault? Like, you have to really think. Making a decision to join feral when you're under the age of 13, it doesn't just put you at stake, it puts the other players around you at stake. And I'm not sure, maybe this is just a irrational fear that people have, but some people were saying, don't join feral if you're under 13 because that's violating the COPPA law and Wildworks will get in trouble for that. Well, Wildworks, I don't think they would get in trouble if they clearly stated it is 13 and up. So, I mean, let me just break this down simply for you. If you're gonna join under the age of 13, one way or another, someone's gonna find out and they're gonna shut down your account. If you think that won't happen, well, you'll see what else happens. There are plenty of adults and teens on the game who will expose you to things that you're too young to be exposed to. Anyone younger than 13, you guys need to develop and grow like normal kids. And Adults and teens are not gonna know that you're a kid playing, you know? And if you claim you're a kid playing, they're gonna be like, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be on here. It's not safe. This is a teen and adult game, you know? And, okay, now here's argument number 2. I'm mature for my age. I may be 11 or 12, but I'm mature enough to join. How do I break this to you? I know in your mind you're invincible and you think nothing could ever affect you. We all think that. I used to think that. Everyone at a certain age, they think they can handle something. And I'm not trying to be condescending here, but you're not invincible to internet threats. If you're going to join feral at a young age, and let's say your parents don't even know about it. Let's say they don't care what you do at all, and you just make an account on feral, but you don't tell them. You just do it without their knowledge. One way or another, it's going to bite you in the butt. And I'm saying that nicely because I'm not going to swear in this video, because this video is kind of directed at the kids who do play feral underage. But it's going to bite you in the butt because you meet someone creepy on there and they start blackmailing you or scamming you or doing dangerous things, and you can't go tell your parents about it. What are you going to do then? Are you going to climb out of that rabbit hole on your own and just deal with the consequences of it and never tell your parents because you made a stupid choice to join at a young age? What are you going to do then when that happens, huh? It's going to be a very sticky situation because you won't be able to tell your parents that you literally joined a 13+ game when you were under 13. You're going to get in trouble with your parents. You're going to be dealing with this total creep on the internet. It's like, there are so many things that can happen when you join a game that's not designed for your age group. You need to stay on Animal Jam or go find another game for your age. I'm not trying to be condescending, but the COPO Law and Wildworks, they made the game 13+ for this reason. It's not to be jerks. They just have to follow the law. They have to follow COPPA, and they care about internet safety. I care about internet safety, and that's why I'm letting you know about this. There are some creeps out there who steal information from kids, and kids need to be aware of that. They think they can join it, it'll all be fun and games until they meet someone shady. And if you think, oh, that's not going to happen because I'm not going to talk to anyone. Well, one way or another, someone's going to want to talk to you. Let's say you want to trade and you want to do stuff in the game that requires interacting with other players. What's going to happen if you get yourself in that sticky situation? You have to really think it through. I know it sucks sometimes being a kid because you have all these limitations and you can't do certain things. But hey, enjoy it, okay? Enjoy being a kid, because let's say you just jumped straight from the tricycle. You just skipped it completely and you do the bicycle, and you end up getting hurt because you didn't start with training wheels. It's the same thing with this. You cannot do things that are too young for your age group because you'll end up getting damaged by it later on. You're not going to develop the right way if you start off as a kid doing all these things, you know? I know you probably think, I'm a rebel and I'm not going to listen to you. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not your parent. I don't control what you do. But this is what can happen if you join underage. You're gonna get yourself in a lot of sticky situations, and you will not be able to tell your parents. And if your parents know about it and let you do it, I'm really sorry that your parents don't know what they're doing. I'm sorry, but it's a 13+ game. The COPPA Law exists for a reason, and it's 13+ for a reason. If you want to join when you're that young, good luck. That's all I can say. Because you can't expect people around you to act kid-friendly when it's a 13+ game. You're going to be exposed to a lot of things on there that you should not be exposed to. So, yeah. Just my advice. Do what you want to do. But one way or another, you will regret it. And that's not a threat. It's just a fact. It's not a kid's game. I'm saying this bluntly, because kids need to know this. And if you hate me for it, so be it, but I'm not going to sit there and just watch these kids get themselves into trouble. I'm going to advise them, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, and if they don't listen, that's on them and their parents. It's not on me, but, you know, I should not be silent about this because there are plenty of teens and adults who are really worried. Okay, who am I talking to on the other end? Is it a child pretending to be a teen? What do I do? Do I continue acting kid-friendly just like I was on Animal Jam? Like, think about how the teens and adults feel about this, okay? Like, this game was designed for teens and adults, not for little kids. I know I said that a lot, but what will you do is my question. if you end up befriending someone you didn't know has very ill intentions, and you can't go tell your parents about it because they are under the impression that sweet little Angela, who's 11 years old, is a good girl who doesn't break rules. But then they find out she's on the internet chatting with older guys, or older anyone for that matter, and they're doing inappropriate things and having inappropriate conversations. What's gonna happen then, huh? That Angela girl will get in huge trouble with her parents, and she'll be scarred for her life from dealing with someone creepy on the internet. There are just so many things that can happen if young kids join a 13+ game. I know you think, it looks so fun, I want to play it now, I don't want to wait till I'm 13. You have to, okay? It's the law, and it's for your safety. I'm not your parent, once again. Just my advice. I dealt with some creepy people in the past on Animal Jam when I was 17, so it doesn't matter what age you are, even if you are a teen or adult playing, you're not invincible. I mean, but I'm sure if you're a teen or adult, you know basic online safety. You can't be as stupid as I was years ago. Just please understand my reasoning for making this video. I care, and I'm not just gonna sit and be silent just because it's convenient. I'm looking out for your safety, and while that may not be my job, I feel like it's something I should do as an ambassador for Wildworks and Animal Jam and Feral. I feel like it's appropriate for me to steer kids down the right path. If I'm gonna be representing both games, I'm gonna do it like this. You know, I'm gonna advise people down the right path. Hate me or love me for it, but I'm looking out for your safety, so please consider this next time you actually want to join Feral and you're underage. And if you're already playing it underage, good luck. All I can wish you is good luck. Have a great day.